Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day. New week, man. Last week, it's behind us. It was what it was. It is what it is. New week, new goals, new opportunities, man. Let's start the week off on the right foot and let's smash this shit per usual. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that tune in and watch this video. If you appreciate the content, all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site, including my NBA player of the day. We did drop it yesterday. I don't know what the hell the Thunder Buddies had going on, man, but it happened. Dropped it yesterday. We hit our other play with the Orlando Magic. So 1-1 for us yesterday overall. Looking to bounce back, looking to smash it per usual. Like I said at the top, new week, new goals, new opportunities, man. You guys can hop on something long term. And my bigger bettors out there, you can join my All Access Club. Let's kick the crap out of the books this week, man. Let's smash this shit per usual. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls. I really, really do. Money making Monday. So without further ado, let's try to do exactly that. And let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, man. Let's do it. First game up. We got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets, 8.5-point home dogs in this one. Knicks, they're rolling. Let's start there. Short, sweet, simple. Knicks are rolling. We've already seen them beat up on Charlotte 3 times this season. 129-107, 122-108, and 115-91. I'm going to lean towards Charlotte in this basketball game, and I'm well aware of how hot the New York Knicks are. And I understand that a lot of you guys are getting tired of me fading the New York Knicks. And I'm quite honestly tired of fading them losing money as well. But I really do think today's the day. They probably win this game. 9 times out of 10, they win this game. They are head and shoulders the better team, playing the better basketball. I expect them to keep their winning streak alive. But 8.5, 8, I think that's too many points. I do. I think Charlotte can do enough to keep this one competitive. The reason I really like it is the triple revenge spot, get right spot, bounce back spot, at home, at the crib. You feel me? I love those spots, man. I think Charlotte at home could possibly do enough to keep this game within the number. The Knicks coming off a pretty significant homestand. You know, Miami, Denver, Toronto, Washington, 4 of the last 5 were at the crib. And even that the one road game in that span was the Brooklyn Nets, so they didn't leave the city. Now out of the city, I could see them winning here, but kind of going through the motions. Triple revenge spot, bounce back spot, get right spot at home. Sign me up here. Don't love it. Not one of my favorite games, but I am going to lean towards the Charlotte Hornets in our first game of the day. Next game up, we got another really hot team that I keep fading. And, hey, guess what? I'm fading their ass again today. I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the 2.5 at home at the crib. For as hot as the Clippers are, Cleveland, they've been playing well too. Home dog here. I got to be here, man. I really like what I've seen from them recently. And I understand the Clippers are rolling, bro. The Clippers are rolling. I can't, you know what I mean? In their last 5, beat up on the Thunder, beat up on the Lake Show, took the Boston Celtics behind the woodshed in Boston. Thoroughly surprised to see that happen. Flat spot today. I know Donovan Mitchell game time decision. I'm well aware Garland is still out. I'm well aware that Evan Mobley is a game time decision here. I think Mitchell and Mobley play, and I think the Cavs get a home win. Cleveland, they've won 4 of their last 5. We've seen them beat Milwaukee pretty handily in that last one. The game before they did lose to Milwaukee, but it was a real nice motivation spot for the Bucks. Cleveland's been hooping just as much as the Clippers. And sign me up with the home dog, man. The home team is really where I'm at. And then I also love that this could be a letdown spot for the Clippers off of the huge win on the road over the Celtics. That might be the most dominant win of the season. You know what I mean? Over the best record team in the NBA on the road, where Boston has only lost 2 games all season. Hats off to the Clippers, bro. Hats off to them. But I'm not taking them today. They're going to lose outright to Cleveland. Taking the Cavs plus the 2.5 and straight up money line in that one. Next game up. Speaking of those Celtics, man, they're at the crib laying 8.5 on the New Orleans Pelicans. They've now lost back-to-back home games, man. They lost to Denver, and now they lost to the Clippers. And they got took behind the woodshed in that last one, bro. I'm talking about got their doors blown off. Last time we seen the Pelicans, they were on the road, and they got their doors blown off by the Milwaukee Bucks, 141-117. They also got beat up at home by the Clippers. They've lost 3 of their last 5. When they've played good teams, it really hasn't looked well because Phoenix came into town and beat up on the Pelicans as well, 123-109. Their 2 wins were over the Charlotte Hornets. We know what's up with them. And the Utah Jazz, who we love to fade on the road more often than not anyway. So, Pelicans really struggling. Injury report wise, it looks clean. Looks like everybody's going to go for the Pelicans. For the Celtics, I see Porzingis and Horford game time decision. I expect Horford to play. I don't know what's up with Porzingis. You never know what's up with him. Excuse me. But I got to take Boston here. I have to. Blowout spot, bounce back spot, all that. You know what I mean? After getting their doors blown off, embarrassed at home, they're going to come out here with fire in their eyes and get down on the Pelicans, or at least that's what I expect them to do. I still think they're the best team in the NBA. And I think tonight's just a lock-in spot at home at the crib where they should get down on a team that they're better than, a team that's really struggling right now, especially against good teams. So, bounce back spot at the crib for me with the Celtics. They look good on that little road trip, that little Houston, Dallas, Miami. But like I said, their last 2 home games haven't been that good. Should be a nice bounce back spot for them today in that one. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, got the Utah Jazz out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. The Jazz have been playing the much better basketball here of late. They have. But I'm taking the Nets here. It's really not that hard. I just like fading the Jazz on the road. They've been much, much better recently on the road. I got to give them credit. They've been much, much better on the road recently, and they are playing the better basketball currently. But I feel like I know these 2 teams. When Brooklyn is going to hoop, it's going to be at home. They have been terrible, but they're not going to be and not lose every game for the remainder of the season. I think we see them play tonight. Ben Simmons, I see his game time decision today for the Brooklyn Nets. He could be back. That's a positive in my eyes for the Nets. The Jazz, this is going to be their 5th straight road game. Not the best spot for them. This is also a revenge game here for the Nets. So I just like Brooklyn here. Revenge game, bounce back game, all at home at the crib. Y'all know it's one of my favorite spots. They did get the win in their last one over Houston at home, and I think they stack a 2nd straight home win. These guys played on the 18th of December. Final score was 125-108. Revenge spot here for Brooklyn. They've been a cover team at home. The Jazz have mainly been a fade on the road. Jazz are playing the better basketball right now, but I just think this is a comfortable spot for the Nets to get a home win. So I'm going to take Brooklyn here at the short number. Or really just take a money line because they should win that basketball game. Next up, we got the Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. Probably one of my least favorite games of the night. Small lean here for me on the Miami Heat. It's a revenge game at home. I love the revenge game at home. The Suns won the meeting in Phoenix earlier this month. The final score was 113-97. Miami should return the favor at home tonight. That's what should happen. Phoenix is going to be their 4th straight road game. We just seen them lose to Indiana. They got beat up yesterday in Orlando. Now on a back end of a back-to-back in Miami. It's not a great spot for them. I see Bobo and Nurkic game time decision. The Heat, I know they've been terrible on a really nice losing streak, but I love the bounce back revenge game at home. I tell you guys all the time. That's what it was yesterday for Orlando. I think that's what it is here for Miami. And it's just a bad spot for Phoenix. And we know Phoenix still one of the worst ATS teams in basketball. More often than not, they're overvalued. You guys know I hate it. I absolutely hate laying points with Miami. In Miami, it seems like a trap spot all the time because We made more money last year fading Miami in Miami than any other spot all season. It's one of my favorite spots in the NBA, but today I think it's warranted. I think it's a get right spot at home for them. Um, I look to lay the points with the Miami Heat in that one. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we got the Lake Show out on the road facing the Houston Rockets, bro. Damn. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but again, I'm on the home team, bro. I'm on the home team in this one. I'm taking the Rockets here. Rockets, they're a night and day team. On the road, they're just a straight fade. Like, just don't even overcomplicate it. Just fade the Rockets on the road. You're going to be just fine. And then at home is typically where you can look in spots to take them, and I like the spot for them here. So, I know LeBron, the GOAT, in my opinion. I know some of y'all don't like when I say that. I don't care. He's my GOAT. Crazy game last game against the Warriors. Crazy game last game against the Warriors, but again, I love the bounce back I love the bounce back revenge game at home, and that's what it is here for the Rockets. The Lakers have won the last two meetings, the one in December and in November. Both were in Los Angeles, but the first meeting Houston won, and that game was in Houston, so it's really not that complicated for me here. Double revenge spot at home, at the crib, in a bounce back spot for the Rockets. I like the Lakers. Lakers need this win just as much as the Rockets do. I just don't think they get it. I think defensively, the Rockets lock in, cause the Lakers some real trouble. I'm going to take Houston. Home dog here in this one. All right. Next game up. Finally, I'm taking a road team. I lean towards the Sacramento Kings laying the 7.5 in this one. They're just the better team playing the better basketball. Short, sweet, simple. You know, they already beat up on the Grizzlies in Memphis this season. I could technically use the same angle here again to take Memphis. I could. The revenge game, bounce back at home. I could use it here. But I don't know. I think the Kings are just head and shoulders a better team here. Just head and shoulders. Memphis, they had their stretch of playing well. I think it's over. I just think it's over. This is not one of my favorite games tonight, guys. It's really not. But I think the Kings stacked their fourth straight win. I do. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did it by double digits. This is not a great Grizzlies team. It's not. That's why they were blown out about a month ago at home by this Kings team, 123-92. Wouldn't be surprised if this one ended up kind of the same way. So I know I've been telling y'all about the spot in the other previous games, but in this one I actually don't like it. I actually like the Kings. Next game up, we got the Thunder Buddies, man. After that monstrosity yesterday. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that yesterday, bro. I couldn't believe they did that. But in theory, it could have been because they were looking ahead to this one. In theory. They're coming off a pretty significant road trip. They just played 4 of the last 5 out on the road. They're on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. Had to leave Detroit. Now come back to Oklahoma City and get ready for this one. They have won the last 2 meetings, 102-97, not that long ago, about 9 days ago, and then 129-106 in Oklahoma City. And the Timberwolves won the first one, 106-103 on the 28th of November. So the Thunder Buddies have won back-to-back. It's not the sexiest of spots for them. Yesterday, they really let me down. It was really disgusting to see. But it's not, on the other side, it's not like Minnesota. It has necessarily shown us much here recently either. They just lost outright to San Antonio in San Antonio. So, they've barely been scraping by. They lost to Charlotte, too. It's been ugly here for Minnesota. I haven't liked what I've seen from them here recently. They've been exactly what I've called them all season, in the last few seasons, the house of disappointment, even though they have a nice record. Here's my thought process here, man. The Thunder yesterday were just in a look-ahead spot. They were looking ahead to this game. They were ready to get home off the significant road trip. They come in today, lock in, and win the game. I think they're the better team. I think they continue to be the number one seed in the West. Whoever wins this game is the number one seed in the West. Um, I just think even though they lost to the Pistons yesterday, they're still in a much better form right now today. Um, they kind of packed it in late in that game. It was what it was. I know yesterday was disgusting, but I'm back on the Thunder. Thunder Buddies for life. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with them here at the crib. Next game up, got the Wizards and the Spurs. Spurs laying 3.5 on the Wizards. I'm going to lean towards Washington. I just can't lay 3.5 with the Spurs. Have they been the better team here recently? Most definitely. Are the Wizards a poverty franchise? Most definitely. But this game, in my opinion, is a classic 50-50 game. And in 50-50 games like this, I like to A, attack the plus money, or B, have the points in my back pocket. The Spurs 23-23 against the number. The Nets 21-23-1 against the number. 50-50, both basically against the number. There's an avenue. I can make the argument that the Wizards come in here and win this game outright. So I'm just going to grab the points in my back pocket. Think it's probably going to be a close game down to the wire. I'm not laying points with the Spurs. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Two bad teams. Rather have the points in my back pocket. So lean towards Washington. Not mad at you guys if you take San Antonio. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if San Antonio won the game comfortably. Me personally, I just don't like laying points with bad teams. So I can't lay 3.5 here with the Spurs. Small lean for me here on the Washington Wizards. Next game up, man, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. They're laying 4.5 on the Orlando Magic. Magic on the back end of a back-to-back, man. Magic, we had them yesterday as they beat up on the Suns. My Mavs, man, injury report. Kyrie still out. Derrick Jones Jr. game time decision. Dante Exum game time decision. Kleber game time decision. And Powell game time decision. For the Magic, Gary Harris and Markelle Fultz both game time decision. Magic coming off a pretty significant homestand. Just played, 5 of their last 6 at home. They did look good yesterday, though. Got to give them some credit. Before that, they were looking shaky. Last time we seen them on the road, they lost outright to the Memphis Grizzlies. Thing is, my Mavs really struggling, too. They've lost 4 of their last 5. At home has not really been kind to them recently. Away has been kind to the Mavs. They did lose their last game to Sacramento, beat the Hawks. That was the 73-point Luka game. I don't like this game. Of course, I want my Mavs to win. I lean towards my Mavs winning the basketball game. I do think they're the better team. We already saw the Mavs beat the Orlando Magic this season in Orlando, 117-102, but that game was way back in November, so, these are kind of two different teams now. I don't love the 4.5, but with the back end of the back-to-back, that's why the line is where it's at. Mavs should win this game. Mavs should win this game. This should be a bounce-back spot at the crib because they've really been struggling at home. They've lost like 3 straight home games. I was at the Phoenix game, lost. I was at the Boston game, lost. I almost went to the Sacramento game. I'm glad I didn't. And I'm thinking about going to this game tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let y'all know if I go. Lean towards my Mavs, though. Y'all knew that. Don't like the spot, though, here for Orlando. We'll see if they can put it together on a back. All right, next game up, man. We got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the defending champs, the Denver Chicken Nuggets, man. They're laying 4.5 on Milwaukee in this one. Both teams are terrible against the number, as you see on your screen. 18-27-2 for Milwaukee, 19-26-2 for Denver. Both teams are winning games, though. I guess that's what's important. They're both winning games. They both won 4 of their last 5. We just saw Milwaukee blow the doors off of New Orleans on the road. I believe this is going to be Doc Rivers' first game coaching for Milwaukee tonight. But no way in hell am I taking Milwaukee in Denver. Stop it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Give me the Nuggets. Say it with me. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. I don't like fading the Nuggets at home up there in that elevation. I can't do it. I won't do it. Lean towards the Nuggets. The problem here, Milwaukee, defensively, I don't know if they're going to do enough to keep themselves in this game. I just don't. I don't think they're going to get the stops when it matters most. I think Denver's going to have its way offensively at home, and I think they win this game fairly comfortably. So give me the Chicken Nuggets, the defending champs, laying the number at home. Last game up. This one's easy. Sixers games, they're not that complicated to me anymore. If I think they're going to win the game, I'm going to lay the points. If I think there's a chance they lose outright, you take the other team money line. I don't think there's a chance the Sixers lose this game, so I'm just going to lay the points with the Sixers. That's pretty much what they've been ATS this season. Like, when they win games, they cover. And then when they don't cover the point spread, it's usually because they lost outright. It's kind of crazy. This should be a smash spot for Philadelphia tonight, though. Should be a smash spot for Philadelphia off the loss in their last one. So give me the Sixers here in our last and final game of the night. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that tune in and watch this video. If you appreciate the content that I do, all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site, including that NBA play of the day, man. We dropped it yesterday, but we look to bounce back on it today on this beautiful 12-game NBA card, man. You can hop on something long-term, get every single play that I release, every single sport for the duration of the package that you scoop up. And for my bigger bettors out there, for the guys that love betting the NBA pretty big nightly, you can handle the volume. You can join my all-access club, man. The information for that is in the description below, man. Money Making Monday, start of a new week, fresh start. Let's smash it per usual. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all soon. I'm out of here. Peace.